I'm saved by grace alone, through faith alone, in Christ alone, let the church say Amen. Soli Deo Gloria, euphoria, the Lord is love, let the church say Amen.
So I just want to say hello to everybody. This is Eric from 3dayrespawn.com, aka HamDog13, and I am here with Stephen Christian from Anberlin. Hello, Stephen.
Hey, this is Stephen, and I sing in Anberlin, and my, what did you call it, hashtag? What did you say? Like,
my gamer tag for Xbox Live.
My gamer tag for PS3 is Oh the Carnage.
Oh, okay, cool. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit of a history behind the band, and just kind of who you are and where you're from?
Yeah, so my name is, like I said, Stephen. I was singing Anberlin. We formed in 2002, put out our first record in 2003 on Tooth and Nail Records. And since then, we've moved on to Universal Republic Records, and right now are currently in the process of writing our 7th record, and we'll be in the studio in, looks like, January and February.
Wow. I know you guys had 6 albums, and you also have you have a solo project going on or something, right?
Yeah, I have a solo project called Anchor and Braille. I just put it out on my own kind of label called Woodwater Records, and so yeah, we put out 2 records. Felt and The Quiet Life are the two albums we released.
Very cool. So we're gonna talk about some gaming questions today because we're a gaming website at 3dayrespawn.com. So the first question we have for you is what was your favorite gaming memory when you were growing up?
Oh man, tons. I mean, the first time that you meet Mario, the first time you beat Mario, that is like that's a big deal. But like I don't know, there's like a bunch of games that come to mind as far as favorites. But I think like the 92 to 95 Madden like completely got me hooked into gaming. You know, I loved it. Just because like, yeah, I don't know why. It was one of those things that I couldn't afford a place, you know, like anything, a PlayStation. I couldn't afford like a Nintendo or anything, but my neighbors could, so I'd always be over at their house, and we'd be like, you know, I'd be jamming out on their stuff, and that's the game that they owned, and so we ended up just playing it all the time, and every day after school. So that's what we do, like get off the bus, go drop my stuff off, you know, and then head out to Alex and Kiki's house and play some Madden 95.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's nothing like playing with your friends. I remember doing that as well when I was a kid. We used to play all the time. So what would you say your all-time favorite game character? Who would you say that would be?
Oh man, that's such a hard question.
I know.
Gaming character, doggone it, man. I think, you know, I don't even remember his name, but I think it's like the first time I ever like played a video game. I think was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Oh yeah.
But I don't even know the guy's name. I remember like Glass Joe. He was like the first guy, and obviously there was, you know, Honda, and there was Mike Tyson. But I don't actually know that guy's name, like that little green character boxer guy. But he's probably one of my favorites because he was so small, but he could kick so much butt. So,
I'll have to look him up. We'll put that up when we post this on the website.
Yes.
So since you guys make music, do you have a favorite video game soundtrack?
A favorite video game soundtrack, I think, is like I like all the NHL series. Like, you know, even the new ones. They're awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like them and Major League Baseball are like the two on the cusp as far as like new music, and like I don't know, it's just awesome. So I think those two, you know, anytime that those, you know, EA Sports puts out MLB or NHL games, it's just always a good soundtrack.
I think the NFL should definitely get some Anberlin in there because I know you guys have been featured with some NFL like bumpers, like in touchdown times and stuff. I know they've done it for the Steelers.
Football.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. We've definitely one of our new songs, City Electric, is like on Monday Night Football every night for the next like 8 weeks or something like that. And it's really cool because I'll just be sitting like, you know, at Buffalo Wild Wings or something and just watching the football game and like, no, there's that again. But yeah, it's been really cool. For whatever reason, like sports games have loved us. And so that's really
like
cool.
like I said before when we were talking before the interview, like your music is epic and it just fits. So like in sports it makes sense. Like I could see that in a highlight reel, like, you know, in my mind, you know, I'm from Pittsburgh, so it'd be Sidney Crosby, you know, sneaking up the middle and Anberlin playing over it, you know, and getting the goal. Like I could totally see that. No, that's awesome. That's great.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Steven. Do you play online at all?
Yeah, I do. Yep. Probably, a lot.
Okay, so 3 Day Respawn is a ministry aimed at making an impact in the online world, and I've been treated so poorly and hurt in so many situations. Have you ever experienced that online?
Absolutely. I mean, the funny thing is, it's usually, you know, people are just so brave behind, behind their headset. You know, they're just talking. I mean, anything from like racial slurs to people like cussing you out. The funny thing is, they're like usually high-pitched voices, like prepubescent 11-year-olds who are just screaming all these obscenities. And it's absolutely, man. I think it's like demeaning, especially since one of my really good friends is he's African American, and like, so we play all the time together. And then to get online, I'm always so scared because I'm like, dude, here we go. Some guy's from Alabama or wherever is gonna freaking yell, and it's just gonna be awkward. So absolutely, I've definitely had those moments where it's just kind of like, all right, that's enough. So I usually just end up like, right now I'm way into like Call of Duty, and so basically I just mute the headsets, which sucks because I mean it goes against that game, as far as like it's actually really helpful to know where your team's at. But I'm never going to do it. I'm never going to listen to it because 60% of the time it's just a bunch of crap. Yeah,
and we're in total agreement with you, and it's not even people swearing all the time. It's that they're swearing at each other and speaking so rudely to each other, and they're on your own team. Like it's and we found that we had to do the same thing, and that's kind of why we started it all, was so that we could our members on the website can make events and join up with other players. And there was a dad that gave us kind of a testimonial that his son was online. And we were in a room with a bunch of 3DR folks, and he said, for the first time I could let my son alone in the room while I go make a sandwich for us, and I didn't have to worry because he was going to be taken care of. So I mean, what you just stated is exactly like why we started this, and that speaks so loudly to me right now. That's awesome that it's being recognized all over, because it's definitely needed. There's definitely a need for a ministry like this. So that's great that you shared that. Do you guys as a band, do you guys play games on the road, like when you're on tour?
We do, but we're not connected online simply because our bus doesn't have like really great internet. So, but we do. Some of the guys like sports games. Since it's not online, I really like Madden 25. I mean, there's some glitches with it. It's not the best game they've put out, Madden, but yeah, we definitely our tour manager is big into soccer. Some of the guys cannot stop playing Mario Kart. Like, that's just like their jam. On the Wii Mario Kart is like on constantly in the front lounge.
That's a great game.
On this blast tour. Yeah, it is. It's fun. I mean, because like you can get so many people involved and.
It's a great group game. It's absolutely right. Now, who would you say is the best gamer in the band?
Oh man, it just depends on what game. I mean, like Halo, Christian and Nate are probably like the top two. They freaking own it. But if they want to play any sports game, I would totally crush them. So, it's fun. There's no way they could, come in the back lounge and play me in Madden. They would just get, it would be bad.
That's awesome. Who's the best in Mario Kart?
It always comes down to like Joey or Nate. They're pretty competitive with each other, so it always comes down to them two. But I guess if we had to have a tournament, I would put my money on Nate.
That's so awesome. I love that you guys play on the road. That's so awesome.
We used to. It was really cool. Us and this other band, Motion City Soundtrack. We went on, and everybody was super, into Halo. And so what we would do is we'd put landlines in between the bus, so when we were parked, we could play their band, and we would be playing Halo. Have the front and the back lounge TVs all on Halo, and then have a landline across to theirs, and they would be playing us 4-on-4. It was epic.
Oh, man.
We crushed them so bad. It was they just stopped playing. It was just it was embarrassing. We were embarrassed for them.
That's so awesome. Oh my gosh, that would be like a dream of mine. Like, because you know, one of the things we want to do is take this on the road and do LAN parties on the road and stuff. Yeah. And that would be so awesome to hook up at an event and just LAN party with a bunch of you guys. That would be so much fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh,
we've done a few
that's
things
amazing.
online. We've done a few things like, hey, meet us on, when we were recording Dark is the Way, we were playing a lot of Halo as well. And so we just basically one day put on our Facebook, hey, we're here in this room, and here's our usernames and whatever. So come find us and let's play Halo. So it was cool.
Oh man, we'll have to line up. If we could get you guys lined up to do like a 3DR event online, that would be epic.
Yeah, we're way in.
Oh man, awesome. All right, would you be able to share your testimony with us today, Stephen?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I was 17 years old and not really walking with God. Even though I had been raised in the church, I just really never found it to be mine. It was never mine. It was my parents' religion, but I just kind of fell away through circumstances and people in the church that let me down, and just like a lot of people. At 17 years old, I decided to try my hand at running away in a sense that my grandparents said, hey, we'll pay for you to go on this mission trip. And for me, it was kind of like, oh man, I just want to leave this house. I just want to get out of here. I don't care. I'm just going to go to a different country and run away. And I got there, and God really got a hold of my life. I saw with my own eyes, like, people who were hurting and who found hope in Jesus Christ. And for me, watching these lives change and be touched right in front of me was so impactful and so powerful. And so I just had it out with God, basically just got on my knees and said, if you're there. And I just felt such a peace and such a joy. And it transformed my life. And I haven't been the same since, I found Jesus for myself, and it's one of those things that is real and changing and motivating every day. And so, I still fall and stumble and trip up and fail for sure, but the cool thing is God's right there to help me along.
That's awesome. That's unbelievable. So you left when you were 17.
Yeah, to the Ukraine, randomly in the middle, right next to Russia.
Yeah. Wow. How long ago was that?
Oh man, it was 15 years now.
Wow.
15 years, somewhere around there.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's amazing.
You got it.
All right, well, those are all the questions that we have. So, is there anything that you want to promote for you guys? Like, do you want to promote anything today?
No, I don't. I just want to thanks a lot for letting me do this. It's really cool. I mean, I've never honestly had a Christian interview that talked about video games. In 10 years of being in a band, you're the first.
That's what we're aiming for. That's awesome. That's totally awesome. And thank you. I can't thank you enough. This has been incredible. So thank you so much for spending time with us today, and we'll see you soon, hopefully.
All right. Talk to you later, man.